welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. I got this email today and it's called Losing Results While Still Working Out, which I thought was an interesting subject. Sometimes I read some of these things and I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be when I open it up, but this was actually kind of interesting. So we'll dive right into it. So this guy has been watching my channel for about 3 or 4 months. He started working out 2 years ago, and then he first started seeing some serious gains. Those are newbie gains, okay? That's what they call them. Like, you pretty much can do fucking anything when you first start and you're going to grow. Eat the staple foods like rice, potatoes, eggs, chicken, oatmeal, yogurt every day. Supplement with protein powder after every workout. Make sure to eat 6 meals a day regardless. Although you've noticed my results starting diminishing, chest nearly gone after killing it in the gym. I do a chest workout, abs start fading away. So I think that what's happening is like you're getting a pump and it's starting to smooth out. Okay, that's what you're seeing right there. The water retention, sometimes you get a pump and then when the pump goes away, it kind of smooths out a little bit and you can look kind of like less muscular for, usually if I train it in the afternoon, by the time I'm done, about 3 hours afterwards, I got a good pump still for about 2 or 3 hours. It starts to fade. By the time I get home, 9, 10 o'clock, I look completely smoothed out. Like you almost can't even see any definition in my body parts. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm fucking shredded. So it's just a cycle that your body moves through while you're training. You no longer can get a huge pump like you did when you first started working out. Still killing it in the gym to the point where I almost faint from set of dizziness and exhaustion. Workout schedules, every body part 1.5 times a week. Do 3 to 4 sets with 8 to 12 reps. Make sure to go to failure. It's pretty satisfying to see my hard work going away daily, blah, 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 blah. I think I've hit a plateau and I've changed my workouts often to try to combat this. Supersets, drop sets, different exercises, but nothing I do change it. What is it? Do you know what's going on? How to fix this problem? Fuck yeah, there's your answer right there. I change my routine often with supersets, drop sets, and different exercises. How the fuck do you know what is going to work if you're changing it all the time? It doesn't make any sense. So if you were doing something before, like you were, whatever your thing was when you were gaining and stuff like that, I got news for you. Those gains are never going to fucking happen again. You're going to fucking gain slowly unless you go on anabolic steroids or some kind of muscle enhancer. That's it, okay? The gains are going to be slow as fuck. If you're natural, you're looking at 1 to 2 pounds a fucking year, okay, of gaining. That's what you're going to gain. That's it. That's just how it is. And you can do every fucking superset, jump set, fucking hyperset, ultra set you want in the fucking world. You're never going to fucking grow like that again. Even when you go on steroids, the first cycle is the best cycle. You grow the most off that, then you can never replicate it. It's just that way. It's just how the body works. Now, my thing is, you're like, oh, supersets, drop sets, okay, that's not failure. That's beyond failure, okay? Now, that's not the same thing as going to failure. Going to failure is a positive muscular contraction failure. Doing those things are going beyond failure because actually taking the muscle beyond failure. Now, some people, oh, Jerry, they help you build muscle. Let me tell you something. The muscle itself, the muscle fibers, the fastest and best way to get them to grow is to get them to increase strength, okay, within a certain hypertrophy range. So that means that you're making the muscle stronger within, let's say, 8 to 12 reps. Now, if you get to 12 reps and you drop the weight, you have now decreased the load on the muscle. That does not change the workload or the fucking intensity. What that does is changes the effort that you're putting in due to fatigue. That does not create new muscle tissue or make muscle tissue grow. That's not how that works. Now, people say, I do supersets and stuff. Okay, fine. But you're not fucking growing, first of all, ever. Second of all, you're on fucking anabolic steroids, so you can do that and maintain your muscle mass. Somebody's natural, that's not going to happen. And even if you watch how to use them properly, the only person I've ever seen them fucking use properly, well, besides Mike Mentzer, is Dorian Yates. If you go back and watch his video, it's 1 or 2 forced reps here and there, and very rarely would you ever see him do any fucking kind of reduced set, like a drop set or something like that. You'd almost never see him do that, but it was measured. It was measured. It was recorded. It was like if you drop the weight like this, the next week you drop the weight like that to increase the workload from the drop. It was done very methodically and fucking wasn't just random like a lot of shit that goes on out there nowadays. People are just fucking using all kinds of techniques all over the place, not even fucking knowing how to use them. And then they go, I'm not getting results. I don't understand. I'm training so hard. No, you're not training hard. You're training to get fatigued. Being fatigued is not training hard. It's not the same thing. It's definitely not training smart. There's no doubt about that. So, when you decrease the workload on the muscle, it's such a drop set. People say, oh, I took it beyond failure. If you're failing on the 8 to 12 on the positive reps, your muscle fibers have fired to the point where they can no longer lift the weight. That's it. The body will adapt from the stress for the next time that it goes in the gym to have to do that again, but do it easier. That is muscle growth. okay? Muscular strength and muscle growth. Not tendon strength, ligament, that stuff all comes with it, but muscular strength and muscle growth. When you drop the drop set, you increase blood flow to the muscle, which doesn't necessarily mean increased muscle mass, okay? So just get that right out of your fucking head. Everybody thinks the pump builds muscle. If that was true, nobody would have to bench more than 135. You can do 135, 50 reps to get huge. That's not how it works. But you decrease that, and now what happens is more lactic acid, more blood goes into the muscle, you're fatiguing more, and guess what? Your central nervous system is now to the point where it's gone beyond to the point where it wants to react. Your central nervous system starts to take a hit. Now, when you overtrain your central nervous system, you hands down will overtrain. Immune system gets torn up, you can't sleep right. I mean, there's a whole bunch of shit that comes with it. But muscle gains stop. Now, people are going to point at the fact that there are people that do tons of sets. Jay Cutler, Rich Piana, these guys, you guys don't understand. You are not Jay Cutler. You are not Rich Piana. You are not fucking Ronnie Coleman, okay? No, those guys weren't even Ronnie Coleman. But they have a different genetic fucking makeup. And I asked Jay about this, and he even said he was sleeping fucking all these hours, he's eating all these fucking food. I guarantee you, if you went through this, you're not doing what he was doing to get your central nervous system to recover. And even that, on top of that, I can guarantee you, Jay, genetically, just like Rich Piana, just like Ronnie Coleman, recovers central nervous system-wise faster than the average person. And you guys, you know, I'm not being a dick, but you're the average person. If you can't build muscle quickly like that and you're going reverse, you're average for a bodybuilder, okay? So basically sit back and say, you know, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing supersets? How can I track to see if the supersets are working? Why am I doing drop sets? Why am I doing this? Why? Why the fuck are you doing it? What are the purpose? How do they work? And how does it build muscle? Okay, because drop sets don't build muscle. Supersets don't build muscle. They push more blood in the muscle, but doesn't build muscle. Okay, switching the routine all the time, the fuck sense does that make? You think you actually get better at something when you change the routine? You actually get better at it if you keep a routine. I've had the same routine for about 3 years, 3.5 years now. Better than ever. Look better than ever. Continue to get better. You just have to understand that there's no magic fucking rep range. There's no, well, you know, there is a good rep range to stand. It's not magic, but there's no magic routine. There's no magic thing that's going to fucking pop you up and blow you up another fucking 10 pounds after your newbie gains. Like, if you're natural, just be aware. You're not gaining more than 1 to 2 pounds a month unless you're a genetic freak, which obviously you're not because you would still be gaining. So it's time to look at, first of all, your diet, your training, and your cardio all together. And whether or not those 3 things work together synergistically to get you the results you want. Because if not, you're fighting against yourself and it's just not going to happen. You're going to spin your wheels like one of those guys that I see in the gym constantly for years and years and years that look the fucking same or worse. The best that they can possibly look is what they looked like fucking 6 months ago. They never get any better because they don't understand how things work. So best of luck to you, and just keep plugging away. Biostraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is a blog. It's the Good Luck Bicep, and we're out.